Good day, everyone. I'm here to present my article critic, authored by Gashina in Japan, entitled Trends and Correlation in Recent Air Temperature and Precipitation Observations Across Japan from 1906 to 2005. To begin with, climate change has been a continuous difficulty for any country in the world. Air temperature, precipitation, relative humidity, and other climate parameters have been observed across the globe to understand the climate change that is happening in the world. Higashino and Stefan wanted to analyze the trends in air temperature and precipitation across Japan from 1906 to 2005. The study also aims to examine if trends in precipitation are related to trends in air temperature. Weather data recorded by the Japan Meteorological Agency or JMA at 60 national weather stations in urban and rural areas over Japan were used with the geographical factors and spatial analysis to evaluate historical climate data, identify trends, and identify correlations. The researchers applied regression analysis to quantify the trends. It is then revealed that the trends for the air temperature show a positive growth, while the trends for the precipitation show a slight decrease over 100 years. Moreover, it was found that there is no correlation between air temperature and precipitation. In this critic, the strengths and weaknesses in the three major sections of the article, namely the literature review, methodology, and results and discussion, will be identified and thus will allow readers to ascertain the usefulness of this study in future research. First, the literature review and theoretical framework. The Japanese climate is the subject of the analysis. The researchers were allowed to examine climate patterns and changes with a specific geographical area as they focus on in Japan. With this, they have cited studies of recent changes in Japanese climate that emphasize the annual timescale. In addition, with the use of statistical analysis with a time span covering nearly a century of data, the researchers provided a valuable long-term perspective on climate trends and variability in Japan. This allows researchers to analyze and understand patterns that may have emerged over several decades. Moreover, the use of the seasonal factor and population or site class to incorporate into regression analysis gave the researchers more depth in terms of the result. However, climate change is global, and the researchers failed to cite additional studies of other countries with similar climates like the Philippines. They also did not include studies in other countries that compare two changing variables such as air temperature and precipitation. Comparison with other studies is essential to view the relevance of the study. For example, in the study of Ames et al., they examined the trends of air temperature and precipitation from 1958 to 2002 with respect to the altitude, which shows a positive trend or an increase in air temperature and precipitation. Take note that in the study of Higashino and Stefani, the trends are downward or a decrease in precipitation. If we analyze these outcomes, we can assume that the results of Higashino and Stefan are only applicable in Japan. In addition, the use of assumptions in their statistical theory is not correlated. It means that the errors in their analysis are constant. These simplifications may neglect certain factors or oversimplify relationships, potentially leading to limitations in capturing the full complexity of temperature and precipitation trends in Japan. Next is the research design and methodology. One of its strengths is the use of Japan's weather data, which is recorded by the Japan Meteorological Agency, or JMA, at 16 national weather stations across different regions of Japan, which gave sufficient spatial coverage for the researchers. Furthermore, the data from JMA from 1906 to 2005 were accepted by the World Meteorological Organization, or WMO, which presented the data with its reliability. But even if it is accepted, the consistencies of the data at Site 1 in Nemuro in 1917, Site 5 in Toshi in 1945, and Site 15 in Naze in 1945 are in question due to missing data caused by the World War II. Data gaps can lead to incomplete records, making it harder to perform accurate assessments and draw robust conclusions about past climate conditions at these specific sites. Another notable flaw in their study is that they may have used more advanced software packages or tools, such as stormwater management model or SWIM to compare it to their initial results or to display the results that they have obtained. For example, in a study of Martinez et al., they used Geographic Information System or GIS to model the results. They use multiple linear regression using QGIS and digital elevation model or DEM, which are easier to use, convenient, and relevant these days. Finally, a substantial strength on the results and discussions has a strong results. The researchers use appropriate statistical techniques and rigorous analysis methods. It is well established, properly applied, and transparently reported. The results of the study agree with the more detailed findings in the report by the JMA. Consistency with prior results reinforces the robustness and reliability of the results. On the other hand, the researchers only comprised the population in their analysis and failed to include the urbanization effects on the air temperature and precipitation climatology. According to the study of Hiroyuki in 2014, urbanization caused a robust increase in the amount of precipitation in the Tokyo metropolitan area and a reduction in the inland areas. With this, predictions on precipitation and air temperature might be closer to accuracy if urbanization is included in the parameters for the analysis. The researchers also lack to imply that correlation does not suggest causation. While trends in correlation in temperature and precipitation can provide a valuable insights, they may not establish direct causal relationship with variables. To summarize everything discussed above, the studies establish results that are helpful for future studies, especially in Japan. Still, it will be close to accuracy if other significant parameters are included in the study. Overall, the study of Higashino and Stefan about the trends and correlations in recent earth temperature and precipitation observations across Japan show that climate change affects our everyday lives. It is relevant enough because they use a wide range of parameters and the use of historical data from 1906 to 2005. However, the consideration for other non-climatic factors such as local land use changes, urbanization, and changes in station surroundings can help the results to be more reliable. In conclusion, future researchers may consider this study as extremely useful to further expand our understanding of climate change. Thank you.